AITAH for not wanting my boyfriend's name on my new house. I, 33F, am recently divorced from a 15-year relationship. I ended up paying my 32M ex-husband $20,000 in order for him to sign over the house I currently live in over to me. I paid off this house myself, 85 grand, in about 2 years when I began travel nursing, so I felt the payoff was fair. I had also paid for all of the house repairs, and did most of them myself, since I pretty much grew up with a real estate mogul. I mention the backstory, because I am now dating a 33M man for 7 months. He has moved into my house on the premise that he would rent out the remaining room of the house he currently owns. It's been about 5 months and he, just now, got serious about posting the listing to that bedroom, which has cost him about $800 to $1,000 a month on possible income. This aside, I do not make him pay rent, or any of the utilities in my house. I even buy the groceries. He picked up my cell phone bill to contribute some income, but that is about it. Now, I plan to move to North Carolina. There is a dream home I have in my sights, and I know I can afford it. The simple matter is that I want a bigger down payment to shave off some interest before I move. I'm also going to rent out the house I have down here in Florida to cover most of that mortgage, and send my remaining income from my nursing job to pay off the house as fast as I can so I can retire. This affect my whole life if things go south. There have been multiple discussions on this subject between him and I, about possibly getting married and having a future together. I am fine with trying again in the marriage department. But we're not nearly there at the moment, and I don't and won't wait to buy this house, especially since moving up north was always part of my plan. Now, the previous discussions comes to view. He wants to have his name put onto the title of the house when we move up there. For context, he makes a little less than I do in terms of salary, and already sort of struggles financially, as he budgets his money pretty tightly. It is why I feel bad asking for any contributions to my bills right now. But he has, on multiple occasions when money is discussed, brought up how my house is paid off, or will make a comment to the effect of, well, I still have a mortgage, when I discuss saving money. When I mentioned that I was going to make the down payment, and will be paying the mortgage myself once we move, I also stated I will not be including him in the title. He objected. He said he didn't want to risk moving up there and helping me pay bills if I was just going to break up with him, then he'd end up with nothing for all the money he put in. I rebutted that I would be risking a hell of a lot more by putting his name on a house I'd have to split with him 50-50 if things went south. I told him that I wasn't petty with my ex-husband and didn't ask for anything in the divorce, actually paying him what he put into the house, and a bit more to help him along in his new life. I told my BF that at the end of the day, he'd walk away with half of a profit that was rightfully mine, since I'd be paying off the mortgage myself and quickly. No one knows how their partner is going to react when things go south, no matter how in love or courteous they are when they are happy. He says he understands this, but still thinks he's the one taking the risk by not having his name on there. He said he'd help with the down payment, but admitted he wouldn't be contributing much if he did. So I am at a loss with what to do. I'm not too clouded on the issue of putting down his name along with mine on the title. That seems almost an obvious no to me, but I am confused as to what I should do when he moves up. He doesn't want to contribute to a house he won't own if we break up, but if he wants to move up north as he always has, then he'd have to rent a place anyways, right? I feel bad for saying it, but I feel like if he wants to move with me, he should have to pay something regardless of if he's on the title or not. But honestly, I wouldn't need the income. I think I'd be fine to have him live there for free so long as he's paying off his house, religiously making principal payments, and furthering himself as he wishes in his career. But the expectation of him being on the title of a place he obviously cannot afford just puts me off. I feel like it's not a relationship ender, but that he is going to be affected in a way that the relationship will spoil. I'm to the point where I feel bad for my own success in this hellscape that makes it impossible for people to retire. But I've honestly taken on financial burdens by having him in my current home, and I haven't minded not charging him a dime. AITH for not wanting his name anywhere near my property. I ask because I am serious about this man, but I'm not going to be blind-sighted at my age. I want things to work, so what do I do?